Good evening, Mavericks and Prospects fans. We're just about ready to get underway here at Athletic Park. This evening, we have the 35-7 MHMavericks taking on the 19-22 Edmonton Prospects. This is the second game of a doubleheader this evening between Mavericks and Prospects. We just finished up a rain-out continuation game from Edmonton last week, where the Mavericks won 9-4. Sean Cruz picked up the victory with Michael Gahan picking up the loss on the mound. Michael Gahan is DHing this evening for the Prospects in the second game of the doubleheader. Starting lineup for the visiting Edmonton Prospects. Top of the order, batting first is number 33, Tony Olson, the second baseman. Batting second is the shortstop, number 6, Zane Takar. And batting third is the first baseman, number 27, Nick Spillman. Left fielder, number 38, Eric Crane, bats fourth for the Prospects. And in the 5 spot, it's a designated hitter, number 13, Michael Gahan. He's wearing number 41 in this game as he forgot his number 13 jersey. Dalen Collecton, the right fielder, number 21, bats 6 for the Prospects. And in the 7 spot, it's number 30, Anthony Casati, playing third base. Batting 8th is the catcher, number 23, Jake McDonald. And batting 9th for the Prospects is number 17, the center fielder, Percy Liu. On the mound for the Prospects is number 43, Connor Burns. And for the home team, the MHMavericks, the starting lineup is David Salguero, the center fielder, number 2, batting first. Batting second is the shortstop, number 5, Carson Johnson. And Colton Wright, the DH, bats third for the Mavericks, number 25. In the 4th spot is the first baseman, number 20, Sal Rodriguez. And batting 5th, playing right field this evening, number 31, Zach Gray. And batting 6th is the second baseman, number 1, Nolan Radai, with Louis Canjura, the third baseman, batting 7th, number 4. And in the 8th spot is the catcher, number 27, David Vilches, with Julian Lee rounding out the order, playing left field, number 11. On the mound for the Mavericks and getting ready to throw out the first pitch of the game, it's number 29, Alex Defoe. Top of the order for the Prospects, Tony Olson, Zane Takar, and Nick Spillman will all bat for the Prospects here in the first inning. Tony Olson steps up to the batter's box for the first time in the second game of the night. And the first pitch is in from Defoe. And it's inside of the plate. 1-0. Alex Defoe is making his 7th start of the year so far this season through 6 starts. Defoe has pitched 32 innings, getting up 36 hits, only 15 runs and 10 of them earned. He's walked 9 batters and has 26 strikeouts in 32 innings. He has a 4-0 record and a 2.18 ERA. 5th pitcher in the order for the Mavericks, and he's been lights out this year. Olson's going to ground out to Carson Johnson at shortstop. He'll make the throw, and it's 1 up, 1 down for the Prospects here in the first inning.
Brings to the plate the shortstop, number 6, Zane Takar. What do you got?
1 gone for the Prospects here in the first inning, and Zane Takar will step up to the plate with nobody on.
Okay, see that again.
1-0 count after the first pitch. Inside.
And what kind of vehicle was it?
Second pitch misses the plate again. It's 2-0. And that one's right over top of the plate. Called strike. 2-1.
10-4.
Zane Takar decided that one was going to be inside of the plate as well. Didn't swing. And this one's flying up into right field. Zach Gray is under it. And it looks like he's going to make the dive and grab. And he's out. Zach Gray, normally the designated hitter or first baseman for the Mavericks, might have lost that one in the sun. Had a little bit of trouble with it. Almost didn't make the grab. Had to roll over for it.
First baseman, number
2 out now after the diving grab from Zach Gray. And Nick Spillman, the first baseman for the Prospects, is now batting here with nobody on and 2 gone. Call a strike on the outside bottom corner. Count is 0-1 at the plate. Defense behind Alex Defoe, David Vilches is catching. Louis Canjura is on third with Carson Johnson playing shortstop. It's Nolan Radai on second base and Sal Rodriguez at first. Julian Lee's out there in left field. David Salguero out there in center. And Zach Ray is playing right field, as this one will get right by Carson Johnson. He knocks it down but can't make the play. It's a base hit for Nick Spillman. And there's now 1 on for the Prospects here in the first inning. Zach Gray in right field. Julian Lee out there in left. They're the corner outfielders for the Mavericks this evening. First game of the night happened at 5 p.m. We just finished about an hour ago, where the Mavericks won 9-4. Eric Crane's going to ground this one towards Nolan Radai. He'll make the scoop and the throw. 4-3 ends the top of the first. Prospects get 1 hit in the inning. Nick Spillman with an infield single. No runs come around, and we go to the bottom of the first, still tied, 0-0. Prospects about to play defense for the first time this evening. The defense behind Connor Burns. Catching is Jake McDonald. On third base, Anthony Casati. Shortstop is Zane Takar. And on second base, it's Tony Olson. First baseman is Nick Spillman. And in left field, it's Eric Crane. Center fielder, Percy Liu. And in right field, it's Dalen Collicton. The only change from the 5 o'clock game is Zane Takar is playing shortstop.
Up 2 years in a row where great food is our passion. Don't forget to check out their beer tasting on the concourse level.
Connor Burns on the mound is making his 8th appearance of the season and his 7th start. So far through 7 appearances and 6 starts, he has 1 complete game. He's pitched 32 and a third innings, giving up 35 hits, 16 runs, only 13 earned, 4 walks only, and 32 strikeouts. Burns has a 3-2 record and a 2.81 ERA. We can expect a good pitchers duel between Alex Defoe and Connor Burns, both with ERAs over 3. Burns with 3 wins so far this season, and Alex Defoe with 4. It'll be the top of the order for the Mavericks. David Salguero, Carson Johnson, and Colton Wright here in the bottom of the first inning.
Starting off for your Medicine Hat Mavericks, the center fielder number 2, David Salguero.
Salguero steps up to the batter's box for the first time this evening. He went 3 for 5 in the game that finished this afternoon. Called strike on the first pitch in the outer half. 0-1 count. Salguero fouls one off behind home plate. Makes the count 0-2. Connor Burns getting ahead.
Charlotte's there, matting the ice cold beer tub she's waving to us. So if you're thirsty and you're that age, 18 and over, it's a beer.
And Salguero is going to ground this one towards Tony Olson. Olson's going to make the throw. Salguero was charging hard for it. He thought he was there. Close call. Salguero is going to be called out at first base. Andrew Murphy is going to come talk to the first base umpire about it. Not happy with the call at first base. He figured Salguero was there. Looked like he was thrown out from up here. We're not too sure. No progress from Andrew Murphy talking to John Smead on first base. So there's 1 out here in the bottom of the first for the Mavericks. And Carson Johnson will step up to the plate with 1 gone and nobody on.
Carson Johnson.
Johnson comes into this evening's game with 56 hits and 55 runs on the season. 29 RBI as well. He's looking for 30 RBI on the season, hopefully in this game. 1-0 count. And the second pitch finds the upper half of the strike zone, makes the count 1-1. I think he was for sure thrown out. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. 2-1. Third pitch is outside. This is another possible first round matchup for the Mavericks in the playoffs, as Carson Johnson bloops this one into the infield. Anthony Casardi makes the grab on third base, and there's 2 up, 2 down for the Mavericks. Edmonton's currently in third, a record of 19-22. Lethbridge is in fourth, a record of 19-24. Only 2 more losses than the Prospects, but they played those 2 more games. It'll be the Prospects and Lethbridge battling it out for the third place in the division. Mavericks not sure who they'll play in the first round, whether it's the Prospects or the Bulls. Could be either or. Mavericks beat the Bulls last night 4-2 here at Athletic Park. Beat the Prospects 9-4 this afternoon. Colton Wright at the plate now for the Mavericks. 2 gone, nobody on. And it's an 0-2 count at the plate after the foul ball. Sal Rodriguez, the first baseman, on deck for the Mavericks. And if strike 3 called, Colton Wright is going to go down looking to end the first inning. No hits for the Mavericks. It's a 1-2-3 inning from Connor Burns. Alex Defoe will sit back onto the mound for the second inning. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters. That's 4 hitters for the Prospects came up to bat in the first inning. Michael Gahan, the designated hitter. Dalen Collicton and Anthony Casardi.
$300 will be added to the pot, courtesy of AC Elders and Associates of RBC Dominion Securities. So make sure you get your 50-50.
Michael Gahan is the designated hitter and will lead off the top of the second. He is regularly number 13 for Regatta's jersey in Edmonton, so he's wearing number 41 this evening. He pitched in the first game this afternoon, picked up the loss for the Prospects. We'll see if he can help his team get to victory this evening with the bat.
Attention Maverick fans, if your vehicle has license plate number BNG9251, it's a white Jeep Grand Cherokee. Congratulations, you have been chosen as the cleanest car in the parking lot, and you have won a free car wash courtesy of Clean Machine.
Michael Gahan hitting .325 this season. With a batting average like that, he'll be looking to lead off and here in the second inning, getting on for the Prospects. Call a strike on the first pitch on the inside corner. First pitch of the inning, and it's 0-1. And it's now a 1-1 count. Defoe with a fastball inside. And it's a hard hit. High fly ball for Michael Gahan. This one's at the wall. Julian Lee looks to be under it. He makes the catch on the warning track. And there's one gone here in the second inning. That one was close for Michael Gahan. Like he said, he wants to help his team get the victory with the bat in this game, as he couldn't with his arm in the first. Close to the home run here in the second inning. Would have been a solo shot for Gahan. Can't make it over the fence at the warning track, and there's now one gone. Dalen Collicton at the plate. Watches the first pitch go by down low. Collicton's hitting .350 this year. And he hits this one hard and deep to left field. This one's going to be at the warning track as well. It's at the wall. And Julian Lee is going to make the leaping grab at the wall. And there's two gone. Two great catches from Julian Lee on the warning track in front of the scoreboard in left field. That one, he made the leaping grab, slammed into the wall as well. You could hear it up here in the PA booth. Every Maverick in the dugout stood up and saluted their left fielder there, took off their caps and congratulated him on a remarkable catch. Good second inning from Julian Lee here. Could have been two off the wall for the prospects. Anthony Casati, the third baseman, hitting .278 this year. Steps up to the plate. 1-0 count as the first pitch is down low. And Casati is going to hit this one into center field. It's going to find some grass. It's going to drop for a base hit. And it's a two-out base hit for the prospects. 1 on now. As Casati gets the second hit of the game for the prospects. Jake McDonald, the catcher for the prospects, the number 8 batter in the lineup, steps up to the plate now. 1 on, Anthony Casati on first base. McDonald's hitting .225 this season, and he swings through the first offering from Defoe. Count is 0-1. 2 outs here in the second inning. Prospects with 2 hits so far. No runs from either side. And McDonald's going to pop this one up behind home plate. David Vilches tries to get under it, but it lands in the concourse. No play can be made, and it's 0-2 after foul ball.
Everybody okay down there, right? All right. Thumbs up.
0-2 count. Alex Defoe looking to get out of the inning. And McDonald's going to go down swinging on the throw to first base. Alex Defoe gets his first strikeout of the evening. McDonald strikes out swinging. And we're through an inning and a half. Still no score. Prospects with 2 hits so far this game. Julian Lee with 2 remarkable grabs on the warning track in that half inning. One of them a leaping grab to Rob, but for sure would have been a double off the wall.
Kenny, who's on the patio? Is it Webster Niblock School or just Niblock?
Bottom of the second inning now. It was a 1-2-3 inning for the Mavericks in the first. Salguero, Johnson, and Wright all retired from Connor Burns in 10 pitches. Connor Burns gave up no runs on no hits or walks and 1 strikeout on 2 balls and 8 strikes. Colton Wright was a strikeout in the inning. So here in the second inning, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Sal Rodriguez, Zach Gray, and Nolan Radeye. First baseman, right fielder, Zach Gray, and the second baseman, Nolan Radeye. Sal Rodriguez is hitting .336 this season. With 40 hits now, he got that in this afternoon's game. 27 runs on the year, 4 home runs, and 26 RBI. Sal Rodriguez eclipsing the 40 hit mark this season.
Leading off for your Medicine Hat Mavericks is the first baseman, number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
Rodriguez will come up to the batter's box now to face off against Connor Burns for the first time this game. Zach Gray is on deck for the Mavericks. Still no score here in the bottom of the second. Called strike on the first pitch. And it's a swinging strike. Off-speed pitch down low. Fools Rodriguez, and it's 0-2. And Rodriguez hits a hard ground ball past the third baseman, Anthony Casati. Rodriguez is going to get the first hit of the night for the Mavericks. Rodriguez leads off with a single. And there's now 1 on with nobody out here in the second inning for Zach Gray at the plate. Zach Gray is hitting .323 this year. Gray has 43 hits and 33 runs. He now has 13 doubles on the season with 3 home runs, 35 RBI. Over a third of his hits have been doubles this season. He's been a power hitter, usually designated hitter or first baseman for the Mavericks, playing right field this evening. Only his second time of the season playing in the outfield. One-two count as Gray swings through the third offering from Burns. One and two. Here's the fourth pitch. And he's going to get Gray swinging. Second strikeout for Burns this game. And there's now 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning.
The second baseman, number 1, Nolan Ratai.
Nolan Ratai, the second baseman, now batting for the Mavericks here in the second inning with 1 on and 1 gone. Called strike on the first pitch. Ratai is hitting .318 this season.
Yeah, I'm good. I didn't need my laptop.
Ratai hitting .318 with 44 hits and 30 runs. And he's going to pop this one high in the air over top of third base. Anthony Casardi's after it. It's heading to the dugout into patios. And it lands in the patio. So no play can be made from Casardi.
Just a reminder, fans, balls and bats can leave the playing field at any time, so be alert, pay attention. Catch foul ball. Keep it or take it into the Mavericks office for $2. Mavericks money. Good for
Ratai with 44 hits in his second stint with the Mavericks. He played with Mavericks in 2016 as well, so he's been a great contributor in his second season in the Western Major Baseball League. And he's going to ground to the pitcher, and it's an error on the pitcher as he throws to the second baseman. All runners are safe. Sal Rodriguez advances to third on the error, and Nolan Ratai gets to take his place on first base.
Runners on the corners now. For number 4, the third baseman, Louis Canjura.
Ratai gets on first after the error from Connor Burns. He threw it into the ground, throwing to second, trying to get the fourth out on Sal Rodriguez. Rodriguez advances to third and is now runners on the corners for the Mavericks. Louis Canjura, the third baseman, steps up to the plate now for the Mavericks here in the second inning with runners on the corners and only 1 out. Still a tie ball game between the Mavericks and Prospects. No score yet. Sal Rodriguez on third base. Mavericks will be looking to get the first run of the game. Two foul balls now in the at-bat from Louis Canjura, and Canjura gets down 0-2. Louis hitting .275 this year with 46 hits and 35 runs. He also has 32 RBI. He has been one of the Mavericks' best bats all year round, driving in runs, getting hits, and getting all the way around the bases himself. But he's going to strike out swinging here in the second inning. Connor Burns now with 3 strikeouts so far through 1 2/3 of an inning. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second inning. No score, and the Mavericks have runners on the corner. Sal Rodriguez on third base with Nolan Radai on first.
Number 27, David Vilches.
David Vilches, number 27, makes an appearance in this game this evening. He's catching for the Mavericks, and he's at the plate now with an opportunity to bring in a run for the Mavericks.
There could be.
Strike one at the plate. First pitch finds the bottom half of the strike zone. Burns with the second pitch. And Vilches is going to blast this one off into left center. It's going deep and it's gone. Home run for David Vilches. It's a 3-run blast. And it's 3-0 for the Mavericks here in the second inning. Home run number 5 for David Vilches. He's now second on the Mavericks in that category. RBI number 29 on the year. David Vilches opens up the scoring here in the second inning. 3-0 on the blast to left center field. That one over the berm. And the Mavericks get a quick start here this evening. Line drive, a no-doubter that time for his 5th of the year. And now batting for the Mavericks with the bases cleared and 2 outs. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Julian Lee. Left fielder watches the first 2 pitches go by and it's 1-1. And Lee is going to pop this one into the infield towards Zane Takar at shortstop. Mavericks get 3 runs there in the second inning as Julian Lee ends it there. Going into the top of the third, Mavericks and Prospects both with 2 hits this game. Mavericks on the board. Prospects so far with 0 runs. Mavericks with 3.
Of RBC Dominion Securities giving out $100 cash to lucky seat number section G as in good.
Alex Defoe steps onto the mound now with a 3-0 lead going into the top of the third inning. Through 2, he's given up no runs on 2 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. He struck out Jake McDonald to end the second inning. Here in the third inning, it's going to be the 9-1-2 hitters for the Prospects. Percy Liu steps up to the plate for the first time this game. And Tony Olson and Zane Takar will round out the order for the inning. Olson and Takar are both over 1 this game.
Hey, we'd like to welcome Niblock to today's patio party along the third baseline. And we'd also like to thank Source One Realty for sponsoring the patio for the entire season. And welcome Western Financial guests.
Percy Liu hitting .281 this year. Percy has 39 hits and 32 runs. He also has 1 home run so far this year and 22 RBI. Tony Olson, the second baseman. He's been hitting .295 this year with 39 hits and 32 runs. Same as Percy Liu, exact same amount of hits and exact same amount of runs. Tony Olson has 2 home runs this year and 24 RBI. And then Zane Takar, he is hitting .231. He does not have the same amount of runs and hits as Liu and Olson. He has 28 hits and 23 runs. Percy Liu steps up to the batter's box now and waits for the first pitch of the third inning. Yeah, it's ball 1 as it goes off at David Vilches' foot in the dirt. And Liu is going to ground this one past Louis Canjura at third base. It's a ground ball base hit to lead off the inning.
Lead off signal for Liu. Top of the order now for the Prospects, number 33, Tony Olson.
Leadoff base hit for the Prospects. Percy Lou now on first base for Edmonton as Tony Olson, top of the order, steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 so far this game. Grounded out to Carson Johnson at shortstop. 0-1 count. Called strike on the outside corner. Olson watches it go by. Alex Defoe gets ahead, looking for that first out of the third inning. Looks like Percy Lou was thinking about taking off for second. Doesn't run, and Vilches holds on to the ball. 1-1 count after 2 pitches. Two and one. Third pitch is up high. This time, we'd like to wish a very special happy birthday to one of our fans who watches the streams, Arturo Salguero from Florida. David Salguero's father is turning 49 today, and David wanted to make sure that we wished his father a happy birthday from him. He came up to the PA booth before the game, made sure I wished him a happy birthday on his behalf over the live stream. So happy birthday, Arturo Salguero. We hope you're enjoying your 49th and hope you're watching your son play tonight on your birthday.
Shout out to good old Salguero. It's nice.
Tony Olson in a 2-2 count after the foul ball. Alex Defoe looking for a second strikeout, and he's not going to get it. Olson rips this one in a deep left field. That one's going to be extra bases. They're bringing around a runner from third. Run's coming in. The throws to home. And he's going to be tagged out. The run does not count. Good throw from Carson Johnson to home. It's a double for Tony Olson, but the score is still 3-0 for the Mavericks.
A great relay there by Lee Carson to get the runner out at home.
I think it's 3-run home run and that.
Double for Olson, but thrown out at home. Brings to the plate the shortstop number 6, Zane Takar.
Great relay.
That's a view.
Zane Takar now steps up to the plate for the second time. He's 0 for 1. Flew out to Zach Gray in the first inning. It was an awkward catch from Gray as he had to roll over for it. Guy, I scored that one properly. We're good. Yeah. Yeah.
The 31st. And the first. Yeah.
Third pitch, the at bat, down low, makes it count 2-1. Good relay from the Mavericks to keep this game 3-0. Julian Lee to Carson Johnson, the shortstop, and to throw home. Makes a tag on Percy Lou. One out here in the top of the third. Tony Olson on second base. Still a runner in scoring position for the Prospects. Julian Lee has made a few remarkable plays in this game. 2 catches out the wall and a great throw in to start the relay to get the runner out at home to keep the game 3-0 for the Mavericks here in the top of the third inning. 2-2 count. Zane Takar at the plate. Alex Defoe looking for the second out of the inning. He'll fill the count on the pitch in the dirt. Three balls, 2 strikes. One out for the Prospects and a runner in scoring position. They're down 3-0. And Takar is going to ground this one towards Carson Johnson. Johnson makes the throw. Olsen will advance to third. 6-3 gets the second out of the inning. And now the runner is only 90 feet away for the Prospects. As Spillman, number 27, steps up to the plate now for the Prospects for the second time. He's 1 for 1. Singled to left field in the first inning.
Say that again.
Spillman hits this one deep on the first pitch. Salguero is under it in center field. He'll make the grab, and the top of the third is now over. Prospects get 2 hits in the third inning. A single from Percy Lou and a double from Tony Olsen. Percy Lou gunned out at home on the double from Tony Olsen. And they can bring around no runs. Still 3-0 for the Mavericks going into the bottom of the third inning. Going into the bottom of the third is still Connor Burns on the mound. Burns has given up 3 runs on 2 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts so far. He's thrown 28 pitches, 24 strikes, and only 4 balls. Incredible numbers from Connor Burns. Gave up a 3-run shot from David Vilches. One of the 2 hits so far for the Mavericks. He blasted one over left center field in the second inning. Made the score 3-0, and it'll be top of the order for the Mavericks here in the third inning. David Salguero, Carson Johnson, and Colton Wright. Salguero, Johnson, and Wright, all 3 0 for 1 this game. It was 1-2-3 inning in the first. And Salguero, first pitch swinging. Flies out to center fielder Percy Lou. And he'll be retired for the second time this game. 0 for 2 now as Carson Johnson will come up to bat for the Mavericks. Try to get a runner on here in the third inning. Top of the order, struggling so far. Johnson will look to change that. He's hitting .361 this year. Leads the entire league in runs with 55, and he's near the top in hits as well with 56. Called strike on the first pitch, 0-1. And now 0-2 at the plate on the swinging strike. Carson Johnson in a hole, and Burns looking for his 4th strikeout. Foul ball on the third pitch. This one over near the patios in left field, foul territory. Keeps the count 0-2. 1-2 now on the 4th pitch up high. Only the 5th pitch outside of the strike zone so far this game from Burns. And it's a hard line drive into center field from Carson Johnson. Percy Lou will make the grab. He only has to go about 5 feet to his right. Easy play for the Prospects. Center fielder keeps the score 3-0, and nobody on the base pass for the Mavericks here in the third inning. 2 outs, nobody on. Colton Wright will step up to the plate now. So far, his top of the order counterparts are both 0 for 2. Colton Wright will look to not follow suit and possibly get on base for the first time in this game. Bottom of the third, and Colton Wright at the plate. Nobody on, 2 outs. Sal Rodriguez on deck. It's 3-0 for the Mavericks. Called strike on the outside corner on the second pitch. Burns with a good slider. And it's a foul ball from Colton Wright. Right now behind 1-2. Burns looking to get out of the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Prospects pitcher. Sat him down 1-2-3 in the first inning, the top of the order. Couldn't do the same in the second. Gave up 3 runs on the 3-run home run from David Vilches. Might do the same here in the third. As it was David Salguero, Carson Johnson, and Colton Wright. It's 1-2 at the plate. And Wright is going to line out to Zane Takar at shortstop. Another top of the order 1-2-3 inning for Connor Burns and the Prospects. Still 3-0 for the Mavericks going into the top of the fourth. David Vilches providing the offense for the Mavericks so far in this game. Four, 5, 6 hitters for the Prospects here in the fourth inning. Eric Crane, Michael Gahan, and Dalen Collickton. All 3 of them are 0 for 1 this game so far. Eric Crane so far this season hitting .321. He has 26 hits in 22 games played, 15 runs and 13 RBI. Good numbers from the left fielder. Michael Gahan, one of the best bats for the Prospects in their lineup. The pitcher, who also DHs for them, is hitting .326 this season, 29 hits and 10 runs and 17 RBI. No home runs yet for Michael Gahan. Dalen Collickton, the right fielder, he's hitting .350. Collickton has 42 hits, 29 runs, 2 home runs, and 20 RBI. Alex Defoe steps onto the mound for the fourth inning here. Through 3 innings, he's given up no runs on no walks and 4 hits. He's given up hits to Tony Olson, Nick Spillman, Anthony Casati, and Percy Liu. 1 strikeout so far for Defoe, that being Jake McDonald. Eric Crane is now at the plate. Watches the first pitch go by in the inning, inside and in the dirt. 1-0. 4 hits for the Prospects so far. 2 for the Mavericks. Mavericks lead 3-0 in the top of the fourth inning. 2-0 is the count. Defoe misses just outside. Barely misses the strike zone on the second pitch. And Eric Crane is going to ground this one towards Sal Rodriguez on first. He'll make the grab and step on first himself.
3 unassisted, 1 gone for the Prospects.
Good play from the Mavericks first baseman. Gets the out, and there's 1 gone. Here in the fourth inning.
What? We want the winners. We just want the winners. Okay. We'll hold that to you.
Gareth, that's my fiance. I told her well. I know. Take money and run. Michael Gahan at the plate. He's going to ground this one towards the foe at first. He'll flip on over to Sal Rodriguez. Little chopper from Gahan can't make its way past the foe. Foe makes a flip, and there's 2 outs now.
Collected, if he strikes out this at bat, $1 off beer for the next 10 minutes. Don't forget, we got the ice.
2 up, 2 down, 4-5. And here's the number 6 batter for the Prospects, Dalen Collickton. Collickton's hitting .350 this year, but he's over 1 this game. Oh, 0-2 count on the slider up high. Finds the strike zone, and Defoe gets ahead looking for the third out and a second strikeout. And Clifton's going to hit this one fair, just down the foul line. It's a single for Dalen Clifton, his first hit of the game. That one just landed on the third base foul line fairly.
The third baseman, number 30, Anthony.
And he gets on. It's a 2-out single here in the fourth inning for the Prospects. Anthony Casati, the third baseman for the Prospects. He'll come up to the batter's box now for the second time. 1 for 1. Singled in the second inning, but was left on base. Call strike on the first pitch. It's 0-1. Alex Defoe now giving up 5 hits to the Prospects through 3 2/3 innings. No walks or runs allowed yet. 1-1 now. Second pitch is outside.
Give me a minute. I got a couple announcements and then we'll do the TJ's Pizza Giveaway. Okay, I'm not looking at it.
And it's now 1-2. Called strike again. This one a slider inside. One-two count. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Defoe looking to get out of the inning, allowing no runs. And Casardi's going to hit this one high into foul territory.
Oh, and lost a hat.
Almost had a fan, made the grab with his hat. Not to have it with his hand. Still 1-2 is the count after the foul ball.
Yeah, we gotta take this last inning.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 1 on for the Prospects. Prospects currently down 3-0 to the Mavericks in the top of the fourth inning. And that's 2 straight foul balls from Anthony Casati, the third baseman for the Prospects. Keeps the count 1-2. And Casati's going to line this one into right center. Just lands in front of Salguero, so he blocks it off from going any farther towards the warning track. It's just a single for Casati, his second of the game. And that makes it for the Prospects. So there's 2 on here in the fourth inning with 2 outs. Dalen Clifton on second base now for the Prospects, and Anthony Casati on first. Casati's now 2 for 2 on the day, and Jake McDonald will step up to the plate. 1 runner in scoring position for the Prospects. McDonald's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the second inning. First pitch, fastball up high from Defoe. Gets McDonald swinging, and it's 0-1. 6 hits already for the Prospects. Still no runs. Runner in scoring position. It'll be a good time to get the first one. 1-1. Pitch outside from Defoe. Another swinging strike from McDonald. Defoe looking to strike out McDonald for the second time this game. Clifton on second for the Prospects. Casati on first. Runners on with 2 outs. And McDonald's going to ground this one to Canjura. He's going to step on third. It's 5. Gets the 4th out. 2 runners left on for the Prospects here in the 4th inning. And we go into the bottom of the 4th with the Mavericks still up 3-0. Bottom of the 4th inning. here at Athletic Park. Mavericks still only with 2 hits, Prospects with 6, but the Mavericks lead the Prospects 3-0. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Sal Rodriguez, Zach Gray, and Nolan Radeye. Coming up to the plate here in the 4th inning, Rodriguez singled past the third baseman Anthony Casati, a ground ball in the 2nd inning. He later scored on David Vilch's 3-run home run. Connor Burns has given up 3 runs on 2 hits and no walks. Burns has struck out 3 Mavericks so far on 38 pitches.
Congratulations to Chris Arnold, Miles Height, and Deb Taylor. You both won jerseys, all 3 of you won jerseys down by the souvenir shop. Ross will be down there to hand them out to you.
Burns has struck out Wright, Gray, and Conjura this game. It's been a good start from him other than the 3-run blast from David Vilches. Only 6 balls and 32 strikes. Rodriguez steps up to the plate for the 2nd time.
Make some noise for the first baseman, number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
1 for 1 in the game. He singled in the 2nd inning, later scored. We'll see what he can bring with the bat here in the 4th inning. He'll ground this one towards Casati again. Another base hit for Rodriguez. He's attacking that hot corner. Casati again not able to make the play. And Rodriguez leads off for the 2nd time and gets a base hit for the 2nd straight at bat. Zach Gray will follow suit. He's 0 for 1 so far this game. He struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. First pitch called strike on the outside corner. Connor Burns placing the ball right where he wants it again. 40 pitches now, 34 strikes. Trying to attack that same spot, can't find it. Throws one just wide. It's 1-1. Swinging strike from Gray. That one right down the middle. Gray can't find it. And it's 1-2. Now here in the bottom of the 4th with no outs and 1 on for the Mavericks. And Gray is going to ground this one past the third baseman, Casati. Another one that just gets through the gap between the shortstop and the third baseman. And that's 2 straight singles for the Mavericks, 2 on with nobody out. Gray is now 1 for 2, picks up his first hit of the night.
The second baseman, number 1, Nolan Radeye.
Nolan Radeye, who got on first in the 2nd inning from an error from Connor Burns. Burns tried making a double play on Sal Rodriguez at second base and threw it into the ground, and it got past the shortstop, Saint Takar. Nolan Radeye ended up getting on and scored on the David Vilches home run. It was Rodriguez and Radeye with the runs. Steps up to the plate, 0 for 1 this game, but has scored once. 2 runners on and nobody out for the Mavericks. Rodriguez on second and Zach Gray on first base. Hit and run try from the Mavericks there, and Radeye is going to foul one off. He hit that one hard into foul territory and almost took out our camera girl. 0-2 at the plate after the foul ball. Base runners might be looking to go again. Have the green light to run. Third pitch is in from Burns. And it's in the dirt. That one bounces away towards the backstop. Both runners are going to advance, and there's now 2 in scoring position on the wild pitch. Fourth run for the Mavericks is 90 feet away on third base. Sal Rodriguez and Zach Gray now both in scoring position for the Mavericks. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth, and it's a 1-2 count at the plate to Nolan Radeye. One and two. And Radeye is going to ground this one towards the shortstop, Zane Takar. He'll make the throw at first. The runners don't go anywhere. They hold their bases. And there's now 1 out here in the fourth inning. Radeye is over 2 now. And the third baseman, Louis Canjura, will come up and try to bring around another run for the Mavericks. He's 0 for 1 so far. Struck out swinging in the second inning. First pitch lands just low of the strike zone. Burns gets behind for one of the first times tonight, 1-0. One and one, call strike. That one just hovers over top of the middle of the plate. Rodriguez on third and Zach Gray on second base for the Mavericks. Louis Canjura at the plate. Currently 3-0 for the Mavericks. And it's a swinging strike from Canjura. Canjura, after getting ahead 1-0, is now down 1-2. 2 straight strikes for Connor Burns. Looking for that 4th strikeout of the game and the 2nd out of this inning. So far, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. A ground out from Nolan Radeye. 2 singles in the inning from the runners on base. And it's a foul ball from Canjura, keeps the count 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 5th pitch. And that one's going to be in the dirt, 2-2. Even count, 2-2. And Canjura is going to hit this one hard into center field. That one's going to drop. Runners coming in. Sal Rodriguez coming home. It's an RBI single for Louis Canjura. Zach Gray advances to third base. And it's now 4-0 for the Mavericks. An RBI single for the third baseman, Louis Canjura.
RBI single for Canjura brings to the plate the catcher, number 27, David Vilches.
1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Runners on the corners for the Mavericks. 4-0 is the score, and David Vilches is going to step up to the plate. His last at bat, he crushed a 3-run home run over top of the left center field. 365 sign on the wall. And Connor Burns is going to get Louis Canjura sleeping on first.
He didn't call time in.
And Canjura, is he safe?
Home plate ump didn't call time in.
Canjura would have normally been out there, but he's going to be safe on first. Umpire didn't call time in. Mavericks luck out there, and they still have runners on the corners. Vilches at the plate will likely be looking for his second 3-run shot of the game. He's a power-hungry bat. He likes swinging for the fences and the fences only. Takes a big cut at the second pitch, swings through it. 1-1. 2 balls and a strike at the plate. And that's 3-1. That one up high. Little bit of chin music that time from Connor Burns. Vilches doesn't flinch too hard. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 4th, runners on the corners for the Mavericks. Zach Gray on 3rd and Louis Canjura on 1st. 4-0 for the Mavericks after the RBI single from Louis Canjura. One more swinging strike from David Vilches. Fills the count. It's 3-2. Full count and Vilches calls time. 3 runs in the 2nd inning from a 3-run home run of David Vilches. 1 already here in the 4th. 2 on and 1 out for the Mavericks. Julian Lee on deck for the Mavericks. He's 0 for 1 this day. Flew out to end the 2nd inning after the Vilches home run. Check Canjura on first base. This time he's back safely. And again. Another packed crowd here at Athletic Park. And Vilches is going to be walked in 7 pitches. That'll load the bases for the Mavericks here in the 4th inning with 1 out. Bases are juiced for Julian Lee, the number 9 batter. He's 0 for 1. Popped up to end the 2nd inning. We'll see if he can get one in play here in the 4th. Not many seats open here at Athletic Park this evening. Last night against the Bulls, we had 1,725 fans, the 2nd most this season. Canada Day, we had over 1,800. Tonight, it's going to be close to one of those 2 numbers again. Excited to see what the final attendance call is this evening. This is the final home game of the season for the Mavericks. Still have 5 more games to play this season before playoffs start next week. All of them away. And Lee is going to pop this one up high into right field. Dalen Collicton makes the grab in right field. And the runners are going to have to stay on their base on the short pop-up. That one wasn't deep enough for any runners to advance. Zach Gray is on 3rd. Louis Canjura on 2nd. And David Vilches currently on first base. David Salguero steps up to the plate, top of the order. 1 grand slam this season. What a great day it would be for grand slam number 2 on his father's birthday. Arturo Salguero in Florida, celebrating birthday number 49. Salguero could help him celebrate that with bringing a couple more runs around here in the 4th inning. And it'll be first pitch swinging. He'll pop this one up just behind the infield. Shortstop Zane Takar backs onto it and ends the 4th inning. Mavericks bring around no runs on the bases loaded opportunity. And it's still 4-0 for the Mavericks after 4 innings. 3 runs scored in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th. Prospects go into the top of the 5th inning needing some runs. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters giving them the opportunity of that Percy Lou, Tony Olson, and Zane Takar. 2 hits so far in those 3 batters. Percy Lou's 1 for 1. Tony Olson 1 for 2 with a double. And Zane Takar so far, the shortstop, is 0 for 2 this game.
Welcome to Medicine Hat and the Mavericks game all the way from Europe.
Alex Defoe coming back onto the mound for the Mavericks here in the 5th inning.
Try some Canadian beer, eh? And Charlotte looks really bored down there in the ice cold beer.
Defoe has given up 0 runs on 0 walks so far to the Prospects. 6 hits so far through 4 innings, though. Only 1 strikeout in 4 innings for Defoe, but no runs.
So we'll have a safe travel. Donna, Carlos, and Lexi
Percy Lou and Tony Olson will bat this inning for Prospects, both with a hit in the game. Anthony Casati is 2 for 2 for the Prospects.
Top of the 5th inning, brought to you by Angela Colodi and Royal LePage Community.
Percy Lou, he singled in the 3rd inning and was out on a 7-6-2 relay to home.
Over 18 years, call and text her today.
Almost a run scored for the Prospects, but a great play from Julian Lee, Carson Johnson, and David Vilches made sure it wasn't meant to be for the Prospects in the 3rd inning. 4-0 going into the 5th inning here at Athletic Park. This is the 2nd game of a doubleheader between the Prospects and Mavericks today. Mavericks got 1 win this afternoon, beating the Prospects 9-4.
The Edmonton Prospects starting it off.
It was a completion of a rainout in Edmonton over a week ago. That game in Edmonton finished after the bottom of the 4th, so we picked up at 5 p.m. here in the top of the 5th inning. It was 3-1 after 4 innings, so in the top of the 5th, it was 3-1 for the Mavericks. Game ended 9-4 for the Mavs. First pitch here in the 5th inning. Inside of the plate. Down low is 1-0. And that one is right over top of the middle of the plate. 2 pitches gone, and it's even 1-1.
Yeah, what's with the straight tracker here? What color?
You two are buffoons. 2-2 count on the pitch inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Percy Lou. And that one's going to fill the count to pitch outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Percy Lou. He's 1 for 1 on the day, the leadoff batter in the 5th inning for the Prospects. He'll try to get on for the 2nd time this game, as he'll foul off the slider from Defoe. That one was a hard cutter. Over top of the middle of the plate, Percy Lou got a piece of it. And he'll swing through that one. Vilches is going to have to throw to first on the drop pitch. And it's a 2nd strikeout for Defoe.
2nd strikeout for Defoe.
1 up, 1 down here in the 5th inning, and the top of the order will come up to the plate. Tony Olson. Olson doubled in the 3rd inning. Almost had an RBI on the Percy Lou running to home base. Home plate. First pitch from Defoe, just a bit inside. Makes it count 1-0. 6 hits for the visiting Prospects and 5 so far for the home team, the Medicine Mavericks. 2-0, 2nd pitch is up high from Defoe. 2 balls, no strikes at the plate. And Alex Defoe finally gets a called strike on the slider down low. Defoe getting back into the count now. It's 2-1. 2-2 pitch is called strike on the inside corner. Good placement on the pitch from Defoe. That time evens up the count. Defoe is looking for his 3rd strikeout of the game and the 2nd out of this top of the 5th inning. Not going to get the strikeout on the 5th pitch, as Tony Olson watches it go by in the dirt for ball number 3. 3-2 at the plate. Olson looking to get on for the 2nd time this game. 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. 4-0 for the Mavericks still. And Olson's going to fly this one high in the air to right field. Zach Gray looks to be under it. And he'll make the easy grab in right field. F9 gets the second out of the inning. Much easier play for Gray than it was earlier in the day. He's had to make 2 catches in the outfield now. Second one, much easier than the first. Tony Olson's now 1 for 3. And Zane Takar, the shortstop, who's 0 for 2, will step up to the plate now for the prospects. 2 outs here in the 5th inning, and the slider on the first pitch from Defoe gets called strike on the outside half of the strike zone. 0-1. Fastball outside. Makes the count 1-1 now. Zane Takar, the shortstop, so far 0 for 2, looking to get on for the first time. There's 2 outs here in the 5th inning. And he's going to flare this one just about over top of Rodriguez, but he makes a leaping grab. The big man getting up there to make the grab. Good hops from him. 3 outs in the top of the 5th. No runs scored for the prospects. We're going into the bottom of the 5th inning with the Mavericks still leading 4-0. Sal Rodriguez with the high leaping grab to end the inning. Defoe gets through 5, giving up 6 hits. No walks and no runs to the prospects thus far. Going into the bottom of the 5th inning, it's still Connor Burns on the mound for the prospects. Through 4 innings, he's given up 4 runs to the Mavericks on 5 hits and a walk. RBI single for Louis Canjura in the 4th inning made the score 4-0 for the Mavs. Connor Burns has 3 strikeouts so far. Here in the 5th inning, for the Mavericks, it'll be the 2-3-4 hitters. Carson Johnson, Colton Wright, and Sal Rodriguez. Johnson and Wright are both 0 for 2, but Sal Rodriguez has been making up for that. 2 singles in the game. He's 2 for 2 with a run so far.
We would like to thank Industry Pub specializing in live entertainment, including trivia nights, banger bingo, open mics, and local musicians. Industry Pub. Who's starting off?
Starting off the bottom of the 5th now, it's number 5, the shortstop, Carson Johnson.
2, 3, 4 hitters for the Mavericks. Starting off their shortstop, number 5, Carson Johnson.
Johnson's 0 for 2 so far. But leads the Mavericks in hits with 56. Just ahead of David Salguero, who has 55 so far this year. He'll try to increase his lead over Salguero. Sure, they're battling it out for top spot for the Mavericks. And he's going to chop this one in the infield. Second baseman Tony Olson will make the grab and the throw. Salguero and Johnson are both 0 for 3 now. 2 leaders for the Mavericks. Just not getting it done this evening. They still have more opportunities left in the game, I'm sure.
The designated hitter, number 25, Colton Wright.
Colton Wright will step up to the plate now for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the 1st inning. Steps up to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th inning with nobody on and 1 out. First pitch swing, and he fouls off towards the Mavericks dugout. 0-1 is the count. Four nothing for the Mavericks here in the 5th inning. 6 hits so far for Edmonton, 5 for the Mavericks. 3-run home run for David Vilches so far, providing most of the offense for the Mavs.
Andy, you wanted me to do last call 50-50.
Another foul ball from Wright. That one into the stands. Lots of cheering, lots of clapping. Sounds like we had a good catch from the crowd. Just to my right, I couldn't see where the ball landed. I'm sure it was a good one, but it's 1 and 2 at the plate.
Put it to bed.
And Wright's going to go down swinging. Second strikeout of the day for Colton Wright, and the second out of this bottom of the 5th inning.
The first baseman, number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
1, 2, 3 batters for the Mavericks. Not having a good evening. All 3 of them are 0 for 3 so far this day. Sal Rodriguez is having a good night at the plate, though. 2 for 2 singles, and he scored both times. Runs in both the 2nd and 4th innings. Usually it's David Salguero the speed around the bases for the Mavericks, but tonight it's Sal Rodriguez. Rodriguez in an 0-2 count now after the foul ball. Third pitch up high. Makes Rodriguez back off just a little, and it's 1 and 2. And it's strike 3 called on the inside corner. Rodriguez is going to go down looking. And Connor Burns is going to get out of the 5th inning, allowing no runs there. Mavericks go into the top of the 6th, still up 4-0.
Still have a 4-0 lead after 5 complete.
Connor Burns now has 5 strikeouts through 5 innings played.
Right, last call 50-50. Is that what they're doing, right? Sorry again. That's right now.
Hey, this will be last call for your 50-50 tickets. Last call. Get them while they're hot. Another
Alex Defoe will come out to the mound for the Mavericks.
So if you haven't got a 50-50 ticket, get it now.
So far, it's been a good effort from him. No runs allowed on no walks and 6 hits. Here in the 6th inning, it will be the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the prospects. Nick Spillman, Eric Crane, and Michael Gahan. Spillman is 1 for 2 so far. Crane and Gahan both 0 for 2 this game.
Starting off on top of the 6 for the Edmonton prospects, it's the 3, 4, 5 hitters. The first baseman, number 27, Nick Spillman.
Nick Spillman, 1 for 2 so far. He singled in the 1st inning. Comes up to the batter's box for the 3rd time, the first baseman. First pitch called strike, and it's 0-1. Swinging strike on the 2nd pitch. The outside cutter from Defoe. Makes the count 1-2. Fourth pitch in the dirt. 2-2 now. Even count. Even count 2-2. And the 5th pitch just barely outside. 3-2 now, a full count. And the slider from Defoe. He has a little shimmy after the pitch. That one just on the inside half of the plate. Nick Spillman is going to go down looking.
Third strikeout for Defoe. Brings to the plate the left fielder, number 38, Eric Crane.
Eric Crane steps up to the plate here in the top of the sixth inning with nobody on and 1 out. And Crane's going to line this one into center field. That one's going to drop for a 1 out base hit.
Base hit for Crane.
Crane is now 1 for 3. Prospects now with 7 hits this game.
This is inning brought to you by Southland Charters, the official charter of the Mavericks. Southland Transportation, dedicated to getting groups of all sizes safely home. Book a bus with Southland by visiting southland.ca. Again, last call for 50-50. Get another hot.
Hey fans, we apologize for the little stoppage in the stream there. What you missed was a 6-3 double play from Carson Johnson. Michael Gahan grounded out to Carson Johnson. He made the grab, stepped on second base himself, and threw it on over to Sal Rodriguez. Got to 6-3 double play. And the top of the sixth is complete now with the prospects still with no runs on the board. Mavericks lead 4-0 going into the bottom of the sixth.
It's the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for the Mavericks. Starting it off, the right fielder, number 31, Zach Gray.
5, 6, 7 hitters for the Mavericks now here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Zach Gray, Nolan Radai, and Louis Canjura. Gray is 1 for 2, Radai is 0 for 2, and Louis Canjura is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Brought around to run in the fourth inning. And Gray is going to be first pitch swinging, grounds out to the first baseman, Nick Spillman, steps on the base, and there's one gone for the Mavericks now in the sixth inning.
The second baseman, number 1, Nolan Ratai.
Nolan Radai comes up to bat for the Mavs now here in the bottom of the sixth inning with 1 out and nobody on. Called strike on the first pitch from Burns. And it's 0-1 at the plate. One 1 count, and here's the third pitch. Radai is going to foul this one off into the stands as well. And it's 1-2 now with 1 out here in the sixth inning. One, two, and another foul ball from Radai. That one towards the Mavericks bullpen. And there's some work being done over there behind left field as Jonathan Smithy is getting warmed up. Jonathan Smithy warming up in the bullpen for the Mavericks as Radai watches the pitch go by up high. He evens the count, 2-2. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it's a foul ball. That time from Radai. Checks his swing, but nicks the ball. Keeps the count 2-2. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Radai with a hard ground ball past the shortstop, Zane Takar. That's hit number 6 now for the Mavericks with a 1-out single here in the 6th inning. Radai gets hit number 1 of the evening. He's now 1 for 3. Louis Canjura comes up to bat for the Mavericks here for the 3rd time. 1 for 2. He had an RBI single in the 4th inning. Cashed Sal Rodriguez for the Rodriguez's 2nd run of the game. Wild pitch in the dirt. Radai is going to take second. 1-0 count, and a double play is no longer in effect for the Prospects. Runner in scoring position as Nolan Radai is now on second base. Louis Canjura at the plate. It's 1-0. One and one now after the foul ball from Canjura. And it's 1-2. Canjura watches the pitch go by right down the middle. Strike 2 called. Canjura already struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. Connor Burns looking to punch him out for the 2nd time this game and get strikeout number 6 on the evening. 4th pitch is outside, evens the count, 2-2. Two count for Canjura. 1 runner on, Nolan Radai on second base, and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Mavericks still up 4 runs currently. 4-0 is the score. And Canjura is going to bloop this one high in the air in center field. This one's quite short. So Nolan Radai can't advance. Percy Liu makes the grab. And it's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Catcher number 27, David Vilches.
Number 27, the catcher, David Vilches, is going to come up to hit for the 3rd time this game for the Mavericks. So far, he's 1 for 1 on the day. A 3-run home run in the 2nd inning, and he walked in the 4th. 3 RBI on the night. Big part of the offense for the Mavericks as the Mavericks are only up 4-0. That 3-home run shot in the 2nd inning has been a big difference in this game. Steps up to the plate with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 on, Nolan Radai on second base. All eyes are on Vilches here at Athletic Park. Every time he's at the plate, he draws a lot of attention. Always swinging for the fences. You never know when he's going to hit one out of the park. Oh, 2 count. It's a called strike at the plate. Connor Burns gets ahead here, looking for out number 3 in the 6th inning. And Vilches is going to go down swinging. That's strikeout number 6 for Connor Burns through 6 innings. No runs can come around for the Mavericks, but we're going into the top of the 7th with the Mavericks leading 4-0.
All right, let's take a look. We got the home team home run challenge brought to you by Tori Matson and Sean Vandersproot of Royal LePage Community. And who do we got down there? Lucas and Kimmy's down there with some contestants, and Monty's down there. What do we got going on there, guys?
Hey everyone, I'm down here with two of our more eager contestants, Aiden and Liam. And they're here to play the home team home run challenge. Alright guys, 2 more balls, and whoever goes the furthest takes home the cool prizes, alright? Let's see what you got. Aiden tries to kill it a little too hard that time. Let's see what you got. Pick 9. Little brother advantage. I'm still giving the edge to Liam right now. There he goes. But unfortunately,
For the Mavericks now, going into the top of the 7th, we have a pitching change for the Mavericks. Number 10, Jonathan Smithy, is going to come in for the Mavericks and take over for Alex Defoe on the mound. Alex Defoe pitched 6 innings strong for the Mavericks, giving up no runs on no walks. He gave up 7 hits to the prospects and 3 strikeouts.
Now pitching for the Mavericks, right-handed reliever, number 10, Jonathan Smithy.
Here in the 7th inning, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters that will come up against Jonathan Smithy. Dalen Colliton, Anthony Casati, and Jake McDonald.
He turned 55 today. Dave Carlson, right behind the middle, Section D, Dominican Republic hat. Happy birthday, Dave.
Edmonton with 7 hits so far this game. Mavericks with 6 in the game so far going into the 7th inning. Jonathan Smithy so far this season, he's making his 12th appearance for the Mavericks out of the bullpen. So far this year, in 11 appearances, Smithy has pitched 16 and 2/3 innings. He's given up 15 hits in those 16 and 2/3, only giving up 3 runs. He's only walked 3 batters as well and has 18 strikeouts. Smithy has no wins or no losses and only a 1.26 ERA. 1.26 ERA, only 3 runs allowed in 16 and 2/3 innings. He's been one of the better relief pitchers, not only for the Mavericks, but in the entire Western Major Baseball League itself. And he gets ahead in the count, 0-2 here against Dalen Colliton. Colliton swinging through the first 2 pitches of the at-bat, and he'll get ready for pitch number 3. Colliton is 1 for 2 so far this game. He's singled in the 4th inning. And the count is 1-2. Third pitch from Jonathan Smithy is in the dirt. One ball, 2 strikes. At the plate, Dalen Colliton, the leadoff batter for the Prospects in the 7th inning. And he'll strike out swinging. 3 swinging strikes in the at-bat. Dalen Colliton goes down swinging for the first time this game. He's now 1 for 3.
And don't forget about Charlotte down the first base line. She's got the ice cold beer there in the beer tub. She's waiting for your guys' business. Come on. Top of the order now for the Edmonton Prospects. The second baseman, number 33, number 30, Anthony Casati.
Anthony Casati, the third baseman, comes up now here in the 7th inning for the 3rd time. Casati's 2 for 2. He's singled twice, but has been left on base both times. Still no runs for the Prospects. It's 4-0 for the Mavericks here in the top of the 7th inning. And Casati's going to hit this one high in the air in left field. Julian Lee looks to be under it. Not deep enough from Anthony Casati that time. And there's now 2 outs for the Prospects here in the 7th inning. 2 outs. Nobody on here in the 7th inning for the Prospects as Jake McDonald, the catcher, steps up to the plate. He's over 2 so far. and make that 1 for 3. He singles into center field. It's a 2-out base hit for the Prospects. Jonathan Smithy can't get out of the 7th inning, allowing no hits. Jake McDonald gets a single. And there's now 1 on for the Prospects here in the 7th inning with 2 out as Percy Liu will step up to the plate. The number 9 hitter is 1 for 2 so far. He singled in the 3rd inning, struck out swinging in the 5th. First pitch is down low from Smithy. Lou watches it go by. It's 1-0. One ball, no strikes. And make that 1-1. The second pitch finds the outside corner. Lou checked his swing to watch it go by. Didn't matter anyways, as it was a called strike at the plate. And it counts now even, 1-1 with 2 outs and a runner on first base for the Prospects. Lou is going to foul one off behind home plate. That one clears the PA booth into the concourse, and it's 1-2.
And Brooks leads Corbin Murray 6-2. That's at the bottom of the 5th.
1 ball, 2 strikes at the plate. Smithy looking for strikeout number 2 and out number 3. He's not going to get it on pitch number 4. That one's slid deep to the right. And it'll even up to count 2-2. Two count, and Percy Liu is going to go down swinging for the 2nd time this game. Jonathan Smithy punches a hard fastball by him, gets 2 strikeouts in the 7th inning, and the Prospects leave 1 runner on board. No runs come around. Going into the bottom of the 7th, it's still 4-0 for the Mavericks. 3 runs for the Mavericks on a 3-run home run from David Vilches, and an RBI single from Louis Canjura in the 4th. Makes it a 4-0 ball game here at Athletic Park. Connor Burns will come out to pitch inning number 7 here for the Prospects at Athletic Park. He threw 6 innings, has given up 4 runs to the Mavericks on 6 hits and a walk. He's also struck out 6 Mavericks batters on 89 pitches so far, 68 strikes, only 21 balls.
Same guys that Burns stole them out.
It'll be the number 9 hitter for the Mavericks to lead off here in the 7th inning. Then the top of the order is Julian Lee, David Salguero, Carson Johnson. Lee's 0 for 2, and Salguero and Johnson are both 0 for 3 so far this game. So far, it's only the 4 through 8 hitters who have hits for the Mavericks. Rodriguez with 2, and number 5 through 8, Gray, Radek, Canjura, Vilches all have 1. 1-0 count. First pitch is down low. And the second pitch, Burns leave up high. Makes the count 2-0 here to Julian Lee. Two balls, no strikes. And make that 3-0. Julian Lee watching the first 3 pitches go by. Good decision from him on all 3 counts. And it's 3-1. Finally, a called strike at the plate.
Yeah, I got the 50-50 ticket number here.
1 strike in the at-bat. And now there's 2 with the full count. 2 straight called strikes. Fills the count 3-2. And Lee's going to rip one hard into right field foul territory. Just barely into foul territory. Almost fair. Keeps the count 3-2. Keeps Lee alive and another opportunity to hit one fair. And this one he's going to hit in between foul territory, but can't keep it away from Dalen Colliton out there in right field. Has to make a little bit of a leaping grab for that one. Almost got over his head. Makes the play, and there's one out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. One gone. Julian Lee now 0 for 3 on the day. Salguero comes up to bat for the 4th time this game. He's 0 for 3 so far. Watches the first pitch go by. It's a called strike, 0-1. Salguero's going to hit this one high and deep to center field on one knee. Not deep enough. Almost at the warning track. Percy Lou's going to make the grab in center field. And there's now 2 up, 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So far, it's been a quick one for Connor Burns here in the 7th. Carson Johnson will look to change that in his 4th at-bat. Wants to get somebody on board for the Mavericks, and he'll be wanting to get on board for the first time this game. So far, he's 0 for 3. No luck for the Mavericks thus far here in the 7th inning. 2 batters have come up and 2 batters have been retired. Foul ball from Carson Johnson makes the count 1-1. Eight hits so far for the Prospects, but no runs to show for it. Only 6 for the Mavericks, and they have 4 runs on the board. It's 4-0 for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-2 count after 2 foul balls from Carson Johnson. 2 outs. Connor Burns looking for out number 3 in the inning. Possibly strikeout number 7 through 7 innings of work. Won't get it there on pitch number 4. He sends it outside. He evens up the count 2-2. Colton Wright on deck for the Mavericks. Wright is 0 for 3 so far, and he struck out twice. It's another ball at the plate. This one fills the count. 3-2, full count to Carson Johnson. And Johnson is going to be walked in 6 pitches. It's only the 2nd walk of the game between either side. David Vilches was walked earlier for the Mavericks, and now Carson Johnson. Only the 2nd walk from Connor Burns, and no prospects have been walked yet this game. 1 runner on for the Mavericks here in the 7th inning, and Colton Wright will step up to the plate. Like I said just earlier, Wright is 0 for 3. He struck out twice in the 1st and 5th innings. First pitch from Burns. Wright watches it go by down low. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, a runner on. 4-0 for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Burns will check Carson Johnson on first base. He's back safely. And Connor Burns can direct his attention again to Colton Wright at home plate. And Wright's going to hit this one hard and deep. This one is very deep to left center field, and it's gone. It's over the fence. 2 home runs on the night now for the Mavericks. And it's 6-0 on the 2-run shot from Colton Wright. His 7th of the year makes it 6-0 for the Mavericks here in the 7th inning. That one just snuck over the fence, 365 away. Colton Wright gets home run number 7 on the year and RBI number 42. Wright is 1 for 4 now on the day, and what a big hit he has in this one, making the game 6-0 for the Mavericks.
Keep it going for the first baseman, number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
2 home runs now for the Mavs today. David Vilches earlier, a 3-run shot, and now Colton Wright blasting a 2 RBI home run over the Service Credit Union side in left center. Sal Rodriguez steps up to the plate, and he's going to blue punt into right field. Now his 3rd single of the game. Keeps the inning alive, and that's 2 straight hits for the Mavericks. One of them a base hit, and one of them cleared the bases.
So what kind of music do you suggest there, Lucas?
3 for 4 on the day now is Sal Rodriguez. And it looks like that's going to be it for Connor Burns in this game. Burns goes 6-2 strong, giving up 6 runs on 8 hits and 2 walks. He struck out 6 Mavericks batters, gave up 6 runs on 8 hits. Mavericks in the 7th inning now have 8 hits. They've tied up Edmonton in that category, and they lead them 6-0. 2 home runs, the difference in this game. The offense has come alive after winning 9-4 this afternoon against the Prospects in that one.
Whether you're buying a home, planning for retirement, or having banking needs, Canadian Western Bank offers competitive rates and exceptional service you won't find anywhere else.
Coming in for Connor Burns here in the 7th inning. 2 outs in the 7th with 1 on. Sal Rodriguez on first base. It's Jordan Smith, number 19. Jordan Smith will be going up against Zach Gray, the right fielder for the Mavericks. Gray, so far in his game, is 1 for 3. He singled in the 4th inning. Jordan Smith this season is making his 14th appearance out of the bullpen. So far this season, through 13 appearances, he's pitched 23 1/3 innings, giving up 36 hits, 18 runs, only 16 of them earned. In 23 1/3 innings, he's walked 5 batters and has 23 strikeouts. Smith has a 1-2 record with a 4.80 ERA. 1 on for the Mavericks. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning, 6-0. And Zach Gray will step up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Jordan Smith on in relief for Connor Burns, who gave up 6 runs on 8 hits.
The right fielder, number 31, Zach Gray.
First pitch from Smith, call a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 count. And Gray is going to ground this one towards Tony Olson at second base. And that is a 4-3 out to end the 7th inning. We're going into the top of the 8th with the Mavericks up 6-0. Mavericks strand 1 run on base, but they get 2 on the Colton Wright home run.
Action out there. And who do we got, Kenny? I think someone special. Hey, Kenny?
Yeah, tonight we sure do have someone special on here. We have the proud dad of number 23, Nathan Stark. Mike is out there tonight. He's ready to try his best to catch all 4 discounts for days off after the game. Mike, are you ready? The first ball we're going to try and swing to you is 425 high balls. A little to the left.
Another pitching change for the Mavericks here in the 8th inning. Here to be number 14, Tyler Schumpert, in relief of Jonathan Smithy. Smithy pitched 1 inning for the Mavericks, gave up no runs on 1 hit and 2 strikeouts. 12 pitches thrown, 8 strikes, and only 4 balls. Here in the top of the 8th inning, it'll be the top of the order for the prospects: Tony Olson, Zane Takar, and Nick Spillman. Olson and Spillman both 1 for 3. Takar 0 for 3 so far this game. Tyler Shumpert thus far this season is making his 16th appearance out of the bullpen. In 15 appearances, he's pitched 18 innings, giving up 18 hits, 9 runs, only 6 of them earned. He's walked 7 batters, has 19 strikeouts in 18 innings. Shumpert has a 2-1 record with 6 saves so far this season. Shumpert has a 2.33 ERA.
Top of the order now for the Edmonton Prospects.
Number 33, the second baseman, Tony Olson. He doubled in the 3rd inning. It's his only hit of the night so far. 1 for 3 on today. He'll lead off the top of the 8th inning. Zane Takar and Nick Spillman to follow. Tyler Shumpert on the mound. It's 6-0 for the Mavericks going into the top of the 8th. Called strike, outside corner. It's Shumpert's favorite spot, over top of the plate on that outside corner. He has great success over there, and now it's 1-1.
Thank you to Industry Pub, home of the Build Your Own Caesar every Thursday. Industry Pub.
1-1 count. Second pitch is down low. And it's 2-1. Shumpert misses outside. Two balls and a strike to the leadoff batter, Tony Olson. Swing and strike. It's 2-2. Two and the 5th pitch is going to be fouled up high. Sal Rodriguez can't make the play on it. Just drifted too far from the first baseman.
Lucas, I got caught.
And it keeps the count 2-2 to Tony Olson.
So I got Cotton Eye Joe for you. Okay.
Here's the 6th pitch. And it's a slider just landing outside. Fills the count 3-2. Olson watches it go by. Brave from him on making it a full count. Full count now. Shumpert with the pitch. Olson's going to swing at that one and just tick it off. Shumpert looking for the strikeout on the outside corner. Keeping it away from Olson, who's already doubled this game. Here's the pitch from Shumpert. And it's going to be lined into center field. Long at bat for Tony Olson. And it pays off for him. He leads off the 8th inning with a base hit.
Shortstop number 6, Zane Takar.
No outs here, and single for Tony Olson. He's 2 for 4 now. One on, nobody gone, and Zane Takar will step up to the plate. Takar is 0 for 3 so far this game. He'll be looking to get on to help the prospects cut into the 6-0 lead of the Mavericks. Takar didn't swing at that one. Checked his swing as he thought it was going by down low, missing the strike zone. Didn't do so. Catches the plate. It's 0-1. Slider from Shumpert on the outside corner as he normally does. 0-2 now to Zane Takar. Takar hasn't been struck out yet this game. Shumpert still looking for strikeout number 1 and out number 1 of the inning. Trying to get into the bottom of the 8th with the Mavericks still up 6-0. Shumpert comes on in relief of Jonathan Smithy. Pitched the 7th inning only giving up 1 hit and 2 strikeouts. High foul ball from Zane Takar. That one's over top of the stands and over near the batting cages. Keeps the count 0-2. Takar with another lifeline at the plate. Oh, 2 count. And we get ready for the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Zane Takar at the plate for the prospects. And the 4th pitch is way outside. Vilches does a good job of blocking it. Catches the ball, does a good job of keeping it in front of him. Keeps the base runner on first base for the prospects. Tony Olson on first for the prospects after his leadoff single here in the 8th inning. And Takar is going to foul off another one. That one just past the plate and down third base line. Keeps the count 1-2. 2 foul balls in this at-bat now. Zane Takar working hard to keep the at-bat going and get Shumpert throwing as many pitches as possible. So far, Shumpert has got no outs, and he's already throwing more pitches than Sean Cruz did in the 7th inning. Sean Cruz threw 12, and Shumpert's currently on 13. 9 strikes and 4 balls for Shumpert so far. Here's pitch number 6, and it's going to be outside, just past the corner of the plate. Makes the count 2-2. Takar in a 2-2 count at the plate. And he's going to foul off a 3rd pitch of this at-bat. 7 pitches now thrown from Tyler Shumpert. 15 overall through 2 batters. At this point, Shumpert will be surely looking for the double play here in this inning. Wants a ground ball to either Carson Johnson or Nolan Radeye. They've been very successful at turning them over the past week for the Mavericks. But pitch number 8 is way inside of the plate. Ball 3 of the at-bat. Full count, 3-2. Shumpert struggling to get the first out of the inning. Full count at the plate. Zane Takar being patient and taking his time. Working the count to Shumpert. Here's pitch number 9. And it's another foul ball number 4. Prospects down 6. They're doing a good job here in the 8th inning. Nine hits so far for Edmonton, 8 for the Mavericks. And here's pitch number 10 of the at-bat. And he'll finally get Zane Takar swinging on the strikeout. Shumpert gets the first out of the inning on the strikeout to Zane Takar. Takar is 0 for 4 now in the game. 10-pitch strikeout for Shumpert. Finally gets that elusive first out of the inning. He can carry on from here and see if he can get out of the inning unscathed. Nick Spillman, the big power-hitting first baseman, steps up to the plate with 1 on here and 1 out. Spillman is 1 for 3 so far. He singled in the first inning. Hasn't been able to get on base since. Struck out once in the 6th inning looking. First pitch of the at-bat. Outside, ball 1. Shumpert using his go-to slider on the outside corner. He's only been hitting it about half the time tonight. Son like him, it's his favorite pitch. See if he can get a hold of it here and drop it over top of the plate. Fastball down low from Shumpert makes the count 2-0. Two-0 count with a runner on for the prospects. Eric Crane, the left fielder, is on deck for Edmonton. Crane's 1 for 3. And Spillman is going to foul this one off high into the stands. Everybody clears out of the way. And there's now 1 strike at the plate. It's 2-1. We've had some good catches in the crowd and a couple mad scrambles now as well. Lots of actions for the fans here at Athletic Park this evening. 2-1 at the plate. 1 out here in the top of the 8th and 1 on for the prospects. Pitch number 4. And it's in the dirt. Tony Olson's going to take off for second on a wild pitch. Three and 1 at the plate. Nick Spillman in a 3-1 count. Shumpert looking for that second out. Double plays no longer in effect for the Mavericks. Olson's on second base. And Spillman is going to be walked in 5 pitches. 2 runners now on for the prospects.
Spillman on to the walk. Brings to the plate the left fielder, number 38, Eric Crane.
Eric Crane, the left fielder, is 1 for 3 so far. Will step up to the plate. 2 runners on. Here with 1 out in the top of the 8th.
Hey, let's do that chip giveaway. What do you think there, Lucas?
Cameron said one of the weirdest things. Two on for the prospects, and Eric Crane swings on the first pitch and fouls it off. Oh and 1 now with 1 out.
Drake was going to get something for that to show the score. How is that going to look like?
I think I might have another laptop over there. I'm not too sure.
Just to put up the box score on that.
0-1 count with 1 out. 2 on for the prospects here in the top of the 8th inning. Pitch outside from Tyler Schumpert. Evens up the count 1-1. Best opportunity of the game for the prospects to start getting some runs on the board. They are still down 2 to Mavericks, 6-0. Haven't been able to get anything going here today so far. And Crane's going to pop this one up high in the foul territory. Louis Canjura is after it. And it's another one into the stands. That one over to concourse. Canjura can't make the play. 2 foul balls now in the at-bat. Makes the count 1-2.
Last call for concession, right? I did announce that. What about the bar? Hello? Do we want to do last call for the bar or no?
1 ball and 2 strikes to Eric Crane. Crane's 1 for 3 so far this game. He singled his last at-bat in the 6th inning. Schumpert's got 1 out so far this inning while giving up 1 hit and a walk. And the 4th pitch is going to be way outside. Vilches can't handle it. Both runners will advance, and it's now 2 in scoring position.
Look at his finger right away. Is that Stroman blister?
First run of the game for the prospects is only 90 feet away. Second is only 180 now. Could get something going here late in the game in the 8th inning. One out in the 8th inning. 2 runners in scoring position for the prospects. Mavericks lead 6-0. Eric Crane at the plate. 2-2 is the count. And it's another full count here in the 8th inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Eric Crane working the count all the way full. Looking to possibly be the 2nd straight walk. And he's going to go down swinging, but the ball is going to go through Vilches. 1 run's going to come around to score. Throws to first, and he is out. Run scores on the strikeout.
Designated hitter number 41, Michael Kahan.
6-1 is the score now. Eric Crane goes down swinging, but the run comes around. Now 2 outs here in the top of the 8th.
Well, I don't know if it's a strike, but I think it's in the dirt. I think it's a wild pitch that got it, but either way, it's a pass ball and a strike. It's a strikeout with a pass ball out at first. Something like that.
Michael Gahan, number 41 tonight. Steps up to the plate now. He's 0 for 3 so far this game.
What'd you put that down as?
Just a strikeout.
Strikeout, but you got him on as a...
1-0 to Michael Gahan. 2nd run of the game is 90 feet away for the prospects. See if Gahan can bring it out home with 2 outs.
Heads up, folks.
He'll foul one off into the stands as well. Makes the count 1-1. It evens it up. 6-1 here in the top of the 8th inning.
There's a spot there, K, pass ball 2-3. Is it out? And then you can still score a run. Or a wild pitch. Either one, there's a spot there for it.
2-1 now. Shumpert throws a slider just wide again. 15 balls and 17 strikes and 32 pitches for Shumpert. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Michael Gahan at the plate. He's ahead 2-1. Nick Spillman is currently on third base for the Prospects. And Gahan's going to fly this one into center field. Salguero is under it. He doesn't have to move far at all. That ends the top of the 8th inning. Shumpert gives up 1 run on 1 hit and a walk. He strikes out 2. 6-1 going into the bottom of the 8th inning.
Go to that guy that struck out, right? There he is. Yeah. So just go down there and hit strikeout again.
This one? Okay. Jordan Smith still on the mound for the Prospects here in the 8th inning.
Bottom of the 8th inning brings to the plate for the Mavericks. The second baseman, number 1, Nolan Ratai.
Smith got the 1 out he needed in the 7th inning on 2 pitches. Comes out for the full inning here in the 8th. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Nolan Ratai, Louis Canjura, David Vilches. Up to the plate here in the 8th. Nolan Ratai 1 for 3. Louis Canjura 1 for 3 as well. And David Vilches is 1 for 2 with a walk. A 3-run home run in the 2nd inning. Ratai singled his last time at the plate in the 6th inning.
You want a Sobeys gift card. You can take your chip bag with that X on to clean your prize.
Two and one at the plate. Ratai watches 2 to 3 pitches go by in the dirt in this at bat. Bottom of the 8th inning, it's 6-1 for the Mavericks. Mavericks with 8 hits this game. Prospects with 9. 2-2, called strike on the outside corner. Ratai yet to take the bat off his shoulder. Have to start being more aggressive at the plate now with 2 strikes. Full count now, 5th pitch is down low. 3-2. And Ratai is going to foul one off just barely over top of the first base. Just about fair as it just grounded into foul territory. Still 3-2 after the foul ball. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be grounded towards Spillman at first base. He'll make the flip to Jordan Smith, and it's 3-1 for the out. 1 gone now in the bottom of the 8th. Nobody on for the Mavericks, and Louis Canjura will step up to the plate. The third baseman is 1 for 3. Louis had an RBI single in the 4th inning. 1 for 3 with a strikeout so far this game. First pitch from Smith. Down low. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hard swing from Canjura there. Can't keep up with the fastball, and it's 1-1. 2-1. Third pitch is outside from Jordan Smith. David Vilches is on deck for the Mavericks, as Kanjura is going to ground this one straight to Jordan Smith, the pitcher. He flips on over to third base, so Radai was out 3-1, and Kanjura is out 1-3 here in the 8th inning. 2 up, 2 down for the Mavericks. 2 infield outs, and David Vilches, the catcher, will step up to the plate. Big part of the offense tonight for the Mavericks. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout, but he also walked once in the 4th and hit a 3-run home run in the 2nd. See if he can get on base for the 3rd time here in the 8th inning. Slider from Smith finds that outside corner. Good first pitch. Makes the count 0 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th and nobody on. 1-1 as the second pitch just passes Vilches by on the knees. And it's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Last chance for Mavericks to put a few more runs on the board. They're up 5 currently, 6-1. Hopefully they won't need many more going into the top of the 9th. Currently a 3-1 count at the plate for David Vilches. He's already been walked once this evening. And it's a foul ball and a check swing. Down towards the Prospects bullpen. And it's another full count at the plate, 3-2. And Vilches is going to strike out swinging for the 2nd time this game. Jordan Smith gets through the inning, allowing no runs in the 8th. Mavericks are taking a 6-1 lead into the 9th inning. Tyler Shumpert will step back onto the mound. He threw 33 pitches in the 8th inning. 15 balls and 18 strikes. He gave up 1 run on 1 hit and a ball. Takes a 5-run lead into the top of the 9th and will face off against the 6, 7, 8 hitters of the Prospects, Dalen Collicton, Anthony Casati, and Jake McDonald. Mavericks came out victorious this afternoon against the Prospects. 9-4 was the victory in the second half of a rainout cancellation. Mavericks and Prospects played 4 innings in Edmonton last week until they got rained out. Finished the game from the 5th inning on here at Athletic Park earlier this evening. That game started at 5 and was just before this game. Mavericks tallied 6 runs here at Athletic Park earlier this evening in that game, winning 9-4, and are currently up 6-1 here going into the top of the 9th and the second half of the doubleheader. Mavericks looking for two wins today and will try to improve to 36-7 on the season.
Hey, just a correction on the Days Off Pub promotion. You get all 4 specials.
Mavericks looking to improve to 36-7. And Edmonton Prospects are 3 outs away from dropping to 19-23. Prospects will be in 3rd place with 19-23. Only 1 game ahead of half a game ahead of the Bulls, who are 19-24. It's going to be a close race for the 3rd place in the Western Division between the Prospects and Bulls, who play each other the next 2 nights in Lethbridge.
Well, they're in Lethbridge. Oh, I thought they were in Brooks. They're wrapped up.
I'm talking about the Prospects right now. But yeah. Dalen Collicton will step up to the plate, the number 6 batter for the Prospects.
Number 21, Dalen Collicton.
Prospects need at least 5 runs here in the 9th inning to tie it up. They'll want to win this one and keep their spot in 3rd place in the division intact, holding on to a 1-game lead over the Lethbridge Bulls right now. It's going to be tight down the stretch.
on Saturday.
Okotoks Thursday and Friday. Brooks Saturday. Lethbridge Sunday. 2-0 at the plate. 2-1 now. Tyler Shumpert gets a call on the inside corner. Foul ball from Colton. Evens up the count, 2-2. Shumpert looking for the first out of the 9th inning. Mavericks 3 outs away from improving to 36-7 on the season. Edmonton looking for win number 20. Get one win ahead of the Lethbridge Bulls. Fifth pitch is in, and Colton's going to go down swinging. 1 out here in the top of the 9th now. Third strikeout for Tyler Shumpert. He has 3 strikeouts now through 1 1/3 innings.
The third baseman, number 30, Anthony Casati.
Anthony Casati, the third baseman, is 2 for 3 this game and steps up to the plate for the 4th time. Singled in both the 2nd and 4th innings. And flew out to Julian Lee in left field in the 7th. Comes up here in the 9th, trying to get a runner on base for the prospects. Watch as the first pitch go by. Outside is 1-0. Swings on to... Fouls it off. It's 1-1. Sean Cruz is not getting up in the bullpen. Sorry, he's only going to collect that ball. Sean Cruz pitched in the game earlier this evening, so it makes sense that he's not going to pitch in this game. 1-2 count from Tyler Shumpert. Third pitch is a called strike over top of the middle of the plate. Shumpert looking for his 4th strikeout and the 2nd out of the 9th inning. Here's the 4th pitch. And it's a foul ball from Casati. 2nd foul ball of the at-bat. And he stays alive. He extends his plate appearance.
Will we make any announcement about playoff tickets or anything like that?
1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's 2-2. The 5th pitch is up high. This is the final home game of the regular season for the Mavericks. Next home game will be July 31st, and it'll be the first game of the playoffs. Playoffs are July 31st and August 1st are the 2 home games that were guaranteed so far for the playoffs.
Okay. So you want to give me a range here or no?
And the 6th pitch of the at-bat will fill the count. 3-2 now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here in the top of the 9th inning, prospects down to the last out this evening. 6-1 for the Mavericks. It's a 5-run lead.
The catcher, number 23, Jake McDonald. Again, fans,
Jake McDonald steps up to the plate for the 4th time. He's 1 for 3 so far with a strikeout. He singled in the 7th inning. And he'll swing through the first pitch, a hard fastball from Tyler Shumpert. Can't keep up with it, and it's 0-1. And it's a breaking ball from Shumpert on that outer half. 0-2 as he keeps the pitch away from him, called strike. 2 outs here and an 0-2 count. Shumpert with the 3rd pitch. And it's a foul ball from Jake McDonald. Still 0-2. Jake McDonald extends the at-bat and the game. Here's the fourth pitch. And it's going to be grounded towards Carson Johnson. He'll make the grab and the throw. Throw is late and offline. Rodriguez can't make the grab. Jake McDonald will head on up to second.
I think he beats that throw. Yeah, so he gets a signal.
And then, yeah, on the air. Yeah. Base hit for Jake McDonald there. He's now 2 for 4 on the day. Infield single. And advances to second on the air from Carson Johnson.
The management of the Mavericks would like to thank all 1,246 of you here tonight. Thank you very much for attending.
Two outs, one on. And Percy Liu, the number 9 batter for the Prospects, is at the plate. 1-0 count. Jake McDonald on second for the Prospects. And Percy Liu is going to ground this one towards Nolan Radai. Radai makes a throw, and that's win number 36 for the Mavericks. They end this one here in the 9th inning. 4-3 gets the third out. And the Mavericks win 6-1 against the Prospects. 2 wins for the Mavericks today against Edmonton. That's it for the regular season here at Athletic Park. Mavericks' next home game and next home live stream will be July 31st, the first game of the playoffs. Follow up with the rest of the season as we're away to Okotoks, Brooks, and Lethbridge on their live streams on our Facebook and Twitter as we update the games as well. Thank you so much for watching this season at Athletic Park. We hope to see you in the playoffs starting July 31st. Mavericks pick up the victory here, the last home game of the season, 6-1. Alex Defoe gets the win. Connor Burns with the loss. Thanks again so much, and we'll see you July 31st, 7:05, as we take on likely one of 3 teams: Fort McMurray Giants, Lethbridge Bulls, or Edmonton Prospects. We'll see you then. Thanks again for joining us. Have a great rest of your day and a great week. We'll see you next time.